Good evening, welcome to week 2 of the Velocity Racing State of Origin series here at Hidden Valley Raceway for what will be the first track for the evening. There is a second one coming up at Perth as well later on in the night. We've got 2 minutes to go in this qualifying session. Chris Refalo on top, ahead of Riley Smith, which is a formation you would see fairly often last weekend, with this time only 0.04 of a second between them. Nicholas Gregg a little bit further back. He's celebrating his 100th race start in Darwin. He's got a big 100 on that rear wing. Nick Mello, Matt Double, Max Spivey, Jack Meredith, Adana McKeague, then Sean Mulvey, Giannis Molnar, Mike Crick and Ricky Butler. So that is the 12 as they stand. And some drivers having some problems around this track. The odd excursion off the road, as Matt Double has done there at the last corner. He sits 5th at the moment, best result for Tasmania. Riley Smith goes to pole position, 58.178. Very quick lap times around here. And he's currently in front of Chris Refalo by 1/10 of a second. 1/10 of a second, that's right. And Nick Mello's found his way up in 3rd, ahead of Nicholas Gregg, with just 15 seconds to go in this qualifying session. Time's up through the last corner, and Nick Mello's put it in the wall out of the last corner, and he won't complete his lap. Riley Smith is going to go faster here. He's not. Nicholas Gregg moves his way up into 2nd position, and Chris Refalo is out of it at the moment. Nicholas Gregg, last corner, on the run for home now. Is he going to be on for pole? Cars stopped all over the side of the road, and it's not going to be fast enough. Only a 58.373 that time, so Riley Smith's going to take pole in Darwin. Nicholas Gregg, Chris Refalo's been demoted to the 3rd row of the grid, and then it's Nick Mello, Matt Double, Max Spivey, Jack Meredith, Adana McKeague, and then Giannis Molnar, Sean Mulvey, Mike Crick and Ricky Butler. So we're going to be back with the race very shortly then. Righto, back on the grid for race 3 of the championship. We've done 2 so far. Let's have a look at the standings. Chris Refalo currently sits on top, 20 points in front. He's on 200 points, 20 points in front of Wylie Smith. Nicholas Gregg is on 162, a bit further behind in third. And then Nick Mello, Alex McEwen, Matt Double, Max Spivey, Paddy Donnelly, Lee Childs, Ben Wylie, Kigi Adane, Sean Mulvey, Mike Crook, Vincent Mangan, and Alex Samos. That's driver standings, but there's state pride here on the line as well. So 380 points for New South Wales, leading the way by a decent margin over both the Territories and Victoria, who are tied on 228. And South Australia, the international team, Tasmania, Western Australia, and Queensland on naught. So, got about a minute to go before we start this one. Song that is those V8 engines revving into life. And we get ready to start the third race of 6 in this championship. Lights are on, Wylie Smith at the front, and away and racing, and Nicholas Gregg looks to have gotten a better jump, but it's not enough to get past Wylie Smith. Chris Refalo challenging Gregg down to the first corner. And in fact, Chris Refalo's going to swoop all the way around the outside of Wylie Smith as well. Up into the lead of the race momentarily for Chris Refalo, and he's got it now as we move to turn 3. Switchback move on the inside there is Refalo, outside is Smith. And Nicholas Gregg is trying to fight off Nick Mello as well, who's gotten past into third, still side by side the 2 New South Wales cars. But Refalo leads them down to the last series of corners. And onto this main straight. You can see some good slipstreaming battles down here. Refalo moves across to the inside and back to the racing line. As we see Nicholas Gregg, he's making a move on Nick Mello down the inside into third place. Takes that position back. Max Spivey hanging on there in the background as well. Brilliant stuff for Chris Refalo, who's managed to make his way up into the lead from third on the grid. It's a bit of a funny grid, actually, because the leader seems to start so much further ahead than everyone else. So it kind of needs to be fixed, to be honest. The order behind them is Max Spivey in 5th, Jack Meredith 6th, and then Dana McKeague 7th, Sean Mulvey 8th, Giannis Molnar in 9th, Matt Double in 10th, and Ricky Butler 11th, Mike Crook coming up the rear in 12th. Chris Refalo leads from Wylie Smith as is common, followed by Nicholas Gregg and Nick Mello, then Max Spivey in 5th. a bit further down the field. This is a battle on between Janos Moll and Matt Double for 9th place, the two Tasmanians. And it's Double who moves to the inside of his teammate and gets the move done. Up into 9th for him. Nick Mellow's much closer to Nicholas Gregg here. It's not close enough though, even with a decent slipstream down this main straight. It's not particularly powerful with these cars. Race start number 100 for Nicholas Gregg. And he currently sits 3rd, chasing down Wylie Smith for 2nd. Chris Refalo's starting to pull a gap now. Oh, Riley's lost it coming into the hairpin, so he's given up a position, and Nick Mellow's gotten caught up in his incident there. Max Spivey now swoops up the inside and is going to grab 4th place. And Mellow's gone and spun it on the curb. He's gone right up on that highly raised curb and spun it around and lost 1, 2, 3 positions now. Into 7th. Behind McKee. And he's trying to hold on to that car. The tyres will be hot. Careful, and he's back on track. Gregg got past Wylie Smith there. And up into 2nd. As we're watching Max Spivey and Jack Meredith. Chance coming up soon, I imagine, for Jack Meredith to get past Max Spivey here. Lap 10 of 35. Looks to get a better exit out of that corner in particular, and Meredith runs very wide. And locking up the left front, you can hear it. Comes down the main straight. We're about 5/10 slower in that lap compared to Spivey. Mello was a whole second faster. And he's 3 seconds behind. Meredith struggles to hold on to the car through turn 2. See Mello there in the background. Double past Mulvey. That's for 8th. So he continues his charge up the field. And 7 seconds to Adana McKee ahead. He's holding fairly firm in 7th place. And Chris Refalo continues to lead. 3.8 seconds is the gap. And these three have certainly gotten away. 10 seconds back to Max Spivey. But Wylie Smith Greg's been in touching distance for a couple of laps now. Hasn't been able to get close enough to make a pass though. It's clearly quite difficult to follow. Oh, Meredith and Mello are trading positions. Must have been a mistake from Meredith to allow Mello to get that much closer. Can't get the move done. We're on lap 14, it's not quite halfway yet. And Wylie Smith is a lot closer to Nicholas Gregg at the same time. This might be the story, lap traffic coming up. So that's Ricky Butler, so he moves out of the way. And these guys have got to contend with it as well at some point. So Mello looked at a move at this hairpin. decided not to. Now, run down the main straight. Could there be a move on at turn 1 for Wylie Smith here? He looks to the inside, brakes as late as he can, but can't get far enough up. It's a long corner though, and he's going to run out side by side with him. Nicholas Gregg's going to have the inside. And they're still side by side, up to the hairpin. Brilliant job from Wylie Smith to hold on the outside of a number of corners. And he's got it done. Into second for Wylie Smith. Nick Mello is in the wall. He's in the wall, he's gone back to the pit. He might have been stuck in it. He's downloaded a little patch. Well, anyway, he's gone and returned back to the pit lane. And now Jack Meredith is clear to try and chase down Max Spivey once more. Nicholas Gregg isn't giving this up though for second place. Only 0.2 of a second between them. A little moment there. Down the main straight, 58.271 is the fastest lap. That's from Chris Refalo. Fast lap's being set quite late on. Round to the outside goes Nicholas Gregg, and he brakes late, tries to hold on, might be able to switch back on him here, slips in behind, chance for a move at turn 5, he's on the outside again, hoping to hold on and the advantage into 6. Can't get it done. Moves over to the other side. That's Mike Crick ahead of him. Maybe a strategical element in this? No, there's no. He's just going to let them both through. To the outside goes Nicholas Gregg. Can he get it done this time? Brakes so late that he's run off the road at turn 1 and into the gravel and has lost a heap of time as a result. Into third, he's not going to lose another position to Max Spivey, but Wylie Smith has shot off into the distance. About 6 seconds in front or so. Jack Murray just had a few issues while we've been watching this battle. He's down into 7th now. And he's chasing Double. Little battle of cars here with Donna McKeague in front of them as they roll down the main straight, starting lap 20. Double moves to, tries to make a move on McKeague, and he's got it done through the first corner. He's going to slot in between the other two cars, and Meredith I don't imagine will be hanging around too long. He'll try and hang on to the car and make a move as soon as he can. Meredith runs it wide into the last corner. And he's gaining some ground on McKeague, right up behind. He's going to move to the inside, try and outbrake him into the first corner. McKeague breaks even later, but it'll be Meredith that finds his way through at the first corner. Up into 6th for him, and 7 tenths behind double. On lap 23 now of 35, Chris Refalo chalks up another fastest lap, 58.222. Wide into the grass there, did Meredith. It's not going to help his chances of chasing down double much at all. Engines roar down the main straight. 6th place he sits at the moment. Chris Refalo is your race leader, followed by Wylie Smith, Nicholas Gregg, Max Spivey, Matt Double, Jack Meredith, Dana McKeegie, Sean Mulvey, Janos Mulder, Mike Crick, Nick Mello, Ricky Butler. So 26 laps complete, only 10 to go as Meredith runs out onto the curb at turn number 5 on the exit. Lost the car a little bit. McKee's caught up. He's now with you in 1.8 seconds. So apparently you need to be very attentive in these cars. And you gotta Nick Mello's away and going again, and he moves to the outside of Mike Crick. Tried to look for a move there, couldn't get it done. Oh, and up the inside there goes Max behind, trying to unlap himself. Trying to lap these cars, I should say. As Mello gets past Crick as well into 10th. So still get some decent points out of this. Oh, Meredith has ease on the side of the road. Is that engine still running? It is. Oh, that's bizarre. I'm not quite sure what's happened there. But he was just on the side of the road. And he's now in 7th. Some kind of technical failure. He is driving in VR. Sean Mulvey isn't too far behind for the Northern Territory. His home race. Ricky Butler off the road. That's at the first corner. And running deep there was that McKeegie. Yep. Spivey is a little bit agitated at Nick Mello. He's gotten past and is now... Well, he's not holding him up, actually, so I don't know why he's grumpy. Mulvey's past Meredith. And who's in between there? It's Riley Smith. Actually, Riley Smith's car just behind. He's probably the one that should be more concerned about lapped cars here. Doubles coming up to the back of Max Spivey. And it's only 0.6 of a second between them. How far ahead is Nick Mello? Okay, a couple of seconds. Meredith past Mulvey at the same time. In fact, Mulvey's lagging about a bit, which makes me slightly concerned. But a chance perhaps for double. Extra few points for Tasmania on the line here. On lap 32 of 35, not long to go now. Last corner. Double doesn't get a great exit. He was all over the road out of that final quarter and didn't seem to be gaining too much time on Max Wylie down this main straight. So slight peak at the inside, but a bit too far away. After this race we go to Perth for a 42 lapper. Doubles all over the back of Spivey. They move down into turn 6. Across the line this time, they'll have one more chance. big slide for double, but he keeps it going. Chris Refalo has won the race. Wylie Smith is going to come across the line to take second position, with Nicholas Gregg in third, and the points advantage continues for New South Wales. Are they going to be able to pull off a perfect score? We're on track for that right now, but here is the battle that we're concerned about, which is, as Nick Bellow's gotten past Janos Molnar, it's going to be significant for South Australia versus Tasmania. Spivey is going to take fourth place, with double coming in behind in fifth. Then it's McKeegie, Meredith, Mulvey, followed by Mello, and then Molnar. Crick coming around the last corner, and Ricky Butler as well. Chris Refalo takes the win, Wylie Smith in second. So, we've still got another race coming up in Perth, so we'll be back to that very shortly. Welcome back. We're qualifying for the 4th race of the championship. And Chris Refalo is on pole position, provisional pole position. 1/10 of a second from Nicholas Gregg, then Riley Smith. Matt Double has managed to find his way in 4th at the moment. Around the very short Wanneroo circuit, shortest round of visit, at only 2.4 kilometres. Chris Refalo's gone even faster on that lap as he moves through the first corner. Got hiccups, Jesus. Up over the hill, it's very difficult to try and keep the car steady through there, and then down into this dust bowl at turn 6. Rise up over the crest and then dive downwards into the final corner, which is a straight right hand 90-degree corner. Big curve in the exit. Across the line, he goes fastest still. 49.062. Nicholas Gregg up into 2nd with Nick Mello 3rd now. And things starting to quicken up a bit. Max Spivey goes 5th fastest. Across the line next is Mike Crick, who remains in 10th position. Gotta say, big thanks to Mike Crick, who's managed to put together this New South Wales car as well as the Tasmanian car. And I'm sure we'll see some more videos from him as the rest of this year goes on, as he's done too for ACSCC. Double started off. He's had quite the excursion, actually. He's coming up the hill through 4. So 0.6 of a second separating the top 5, and as usual, the top 4 are even closer. Jack Meredith has had it off and trying to get back onto the track. It's on the exit of 6. He moves over to the right hand side and he's safely out of the way. Traffic not that much of an issue with 12 cars in the circuit. Certainly not as much as it was during the supercars round here. We can see Nick Mello there, he's well off at the last corner. Can be easy to get potentially even stuck in that gravel. And Mello continues on down the main straight. But just over to the side. Couldn't make it back to the pits that time. Who knows if he'll even make it back to the pits, because while Jack Meredith is there, I've seen very few P indicators next to any of the cars during the qualifying sessions. It takes a lot of time for the tyres to get up to temperature. So, and working conditions usually about 3-4 laps into a run. Just I say that, Chris Refalo and Spivey or something. Refalo coming out. He's just ahead of Double there. Lets him past. Currently sits 8th, does Double, and McKee's just gotten past him. Down the back straight. To turn 7, he's a bit slower on this lap. Turns it in. Chris Refalo currently leads from Wylie Smith, Nick Mallow, Nicholas Gregg, Max Spivey, Jack Meredith, then McKee, Double, Mulvey, Mulner, Crick and Butler. Last corner for the New South Wales car, across the line. Remains second fastest. We'll watch him through this lap. This is up the hill to 3 and now 4. Matt Double jumps up a number of positions, he's into 5th. That tough 5th corner, it's slightly off camber, very bumpy. And into turn 6, diving deep and uphill on the way out as well. Right up to this crest. And the track then dives back down. Feels like a much bigger elevation change in real life. Across the line goes Wylie Smith. He was purple sector 1 but not good enough in the 2nd and 3rd. So he stays second fastest. Less than a minute left in this qualifying session. Nick Miller to the last corner in the South Australian car. He's right on the inside of the corner and didn't get a great exit as a result. We'll see how it goes. It shouldn't be too much of a disadvantage. It's a short front straight. You're on the brakes not long after you cross the finish line. Evidently there, he's up in the first sector. Not fast enough for provisional pole yet. As the time's about to expire. Max Spivey is into the pit wall at the last corner. You'll see him on his left-hand side here. As Mello comes across the line. Doesn't go any fast, stays third fastest. Wylie Smith will be next across the line. Is he going to stay second? No, he's not. He runs out very wide and gives up the lap. Matt Double's in the wall. Max Spivey we saw was in the wall before, and I think that might be it. So Chris Refalo from Wylie Smith, Nick Mello, Nicholas Gregg, Matt Double, Max Spivey, Jack Meredith, Dana McKeegie, Sean Mulvey, Johannes Molnar, Mike Crick and Ricky Butler. That is the 12. Okay, we have got one more race to come this evening, and it's a 42 lapper at Wanneroo Raceway. No Western Australian in the field, unfortunately, tonight, but still going to put on a show at this West Australian round, I'm sure. We'll return shortly with that. As we gear up now for race 4. almost ready to go for race 4 with Chris Refalo on the pole, Wylie Smith alongside Nick Mello, Nicholas Gregg, and then Matt Double, Max Spivey, Jack Meredith, McKeegan, Mulder, Crick, and Butler. Here come the lights. It's out of the factory handling. Away and racing. Refalo has the advantage thus far. He's got the inside line. Nicholas Gregg got past Nick Mello off the start and moves into third. Behind it's Mello and then Spivey, Double in 6th. Down to turn 6 for the first time. And rising up out of there, it's Chris Refalo who's got the lead. And Wylie Smith sits in second, just behind. Max Spivey, he's running a little wide. Doubles challenging him. A little twitch on, but he couldn't get it done. Good points hold potentially for Tasmania, or 3 their cars present this evening. But it's Chris Refalo and Wylie Smith who continues to lead the way. .48.850 was the fastest time. We're already on lap 4 of 42. Double cost got past Spivey, and that's because Spivey is off the road at turn 4. And you have it off there. It seems you go a fair way before rejoining the track. He's dropped 3 positions down into 8th. Mulder is now ahead of him, as well as McKee. So, drama for Max Spivey as he's bowled it wide at turn 4. Nicholas Gregg is on the back of of Smith. more problems for Max Spivey as he drops another 2 positions to Crick and Mulvey this time. Let's just keep it on the road and keep it going. Here's Nick Mello. He's closing in on this battle for second. Spivey's was the checkpoint, so that's why he sits in 11th on our leaderboard. Mello past Greg, round the outside at 6. There might be comeback on the way here. To the left of the track, Greg goes. Mello to the right. As they run down the main straight. Into turn 1. Mello has the inside advantage. He's going to be able to cut him off in the exit of the first corner. Greg just needs to follow behind. Be very grip limited through 5. But maybe a chance for a move at 6. And he gets alongside, but not far enough to make the move back into 3rd. Mello holds that for the moment. Worth mentioning, no Jack Meredith at the moment. Can't say I know exactly why. Potentially a VR issue. Mulvey is past Crick. That was down at the last corner. Now where is Max Spivey relative to those? So he would be sitting in 5th place. Perhaps McKee's done the same thing actually. I'm sure McKee should be sitting 9th. But anyway, there might be some fixing up in the results files to do later. Greg continues to chase down Mello. Can't get... Oh no, he can find a way past. He dives it down the inside at turn 6. He's got just about enough. And if you can outbrake him into this last corner, then he should be able to get the move done. He's got the inside advantage. Now he needs to run him out a little bit wider. Mello moves back ahead. Still side by side. They make contact over the top of the hill, and Greg has gone flying off to the infield. Nick Mello off on the other side of the track for 3rd and 4th position. They've been involved in a massive accident coming over turn 3. There's a big crest there. And the safety car's out as a result. So that was a major accident. Nicholas Gregg has... Oh, he's also missed the... So, anyone who runs wide down at turn 4 basically says bye-bye to their position on this timing tower. That's frustrating. Okay, safety car's going to be coming in on this lap with Chris Refalo racing leader Wylie Smith, Nick Mello, Matt Double, and then I think it's Max Spivey. Yeah, Max Spivey. That's fixing it up, thank goodness. Oh, there's been a collision in the back. So that was Crick and Mulvey that got into one another. But they look to have gotten away with that. Chris Refalo leads the field to the last corner. Racing again. There's already a move on with Max Spivey looking to make his way down the inside of Double. Car off the road, it's Mulvey. And Nicholas Gregg, who I believe was returned to pit lane as he went off the road there. Off the road massively is Molnar. He's going to have to be careful rejoining. Nicholas Gregg was shoved back to the pit lane, that's why he was let through again under safety car. But we're away and racing once more, lap 18 of 42. Chris Refalo from Wylie Smith, Nick Mello in third. Oh, nearly went into the back of Wylie Smith there, did Mello. Chance here for fourth. Too far back. Tom doing well for Tasmania. Spivey into the back of Double through turn 6. Still can't find a way past yet. Mike Crick, Sean Mulvey remain locked in a battle. I think this is over 8th place. Mulvey moves around the outside and then legs back and then moves around the outside again. Can't get it done yet. He's got a great exit. Moves down the inside and makes contact with Mike Crick as they come through. Well, Crick's been moved out of the way there and has lost a position because of it. Now that might be a lag problem, but can't put that out of the question at the moment. You can see how much the car was moving around. It's a bit concerning. Refalo's going to put another fast lap. There it is, 48.587. He's about half a second quicker than anyone else. Oh my goodness, what's happened? Okay, so Chris Refalo's lost the lead of the race. What's happened? Has he run off at a corner? He might have done. Wylie Smith now leads. Through turn 1. This could be the end of Chris Refalo's perfect run. And Nick Mello currently sits third, 9/10 of a second behind. Decent battle to the end here if Refalo keeps up his current pace and doesn't make any more mistakes. gravel there. So that is Ricky Butler off the road at the last corner. And now Max Spivey on the back for Dunham McKee. I believe this is for position. Down the inside, and Spivey's got it done. So he moves up into 6th place. Refalo's moving close to Wylie Smith, 2.3 seconds. Running out of time though, it's like 31 and 42. Greg gaining on double here. Less than a second separates them, with only 10 to go. See if Greg can get close enough to make a move up into 4th. Had that big accident with Nick Mello before. Down the inside goes Nicholas Gregg. He has got the move done down at the last corner, and he moves up into 4th place. Chris Refalo is now within a second of Wylie Smith. Within touching distance now. There's only 7 to go. Refalo 5/10 behind. Could be about to make a move on his teammate for the lead of this race. Wants to keep his perfect record going. Up through turn 4. That's turn 6, I should say. The last corner. It's on the power. Takes a little bit of curb. It's an enormous curb. There's a little peak at the inside, but not enough to make a move just yet. And now up over the crest. Into 4. Oh, he's out wide. He's out very wide at turn 4, and that might put the nail in the coffin for this race victory that Refalo is trying to chase down. 2.3 seconds now, the gap between him and Wylie Smith, and only 5 to go. So the chance is much slimmer if Wylie Smith can keep it on the road as well. He was just wide coming out of 4. Got onto the grass. Managed to gather it up. Smith is down the inside of his teammate, makes it easy for him. The gap is closing once more. It's down to under 2 seconds, but I don't think it'll be enough. 3 to go. Wylie Smith take his... well, it's his 3rd VRL win. He just needs to hold on for not much longer. Bit of lap traffic to contend with for Wylie Smith. And he gets down the inside at turn 6, but Refalo has closed the gap right up and has got a pretty easy path through. Now this might not be over yet. Only 0.3 of a second separate them, lap 41 and 42. We're coming on to the final lap now, through the last corner. Huge amount of curve for Chris Refalo. And he's lost a lot of time doing so. Perhaps too much. Trying to push the limits of this car. 8/10 of a second now. Up through the top of the course. Into 6. One more corner to go after this. It's got an alright exit, but it's not going to be enough. Wylie Smith is going to come down to the last corner with Chris Refalo right in behind, and Wylie Smith takes the victory, race 4 of the series. Chris Refalo in behind. It's been a 1-2 for New South Wales all season long, with Nick Mello and then Nicholas Gregg in 4th. Matt Double comes across the line for 5th position, followed by Max Spivey. And Dana McKeague and Janos Molnar. That might be for position. I'll have to double check. Anyway, Molnar across the line in 10th. Based on the timing here, and Sean Mulvey as well in 6th. Right, we've got 1 week to go. Now, I believe New South Wales may have wrapped up the State of Origin series already, but there's still 2 races to go to decide the Drivers' Championship, and that will be at the Bend Motorsport Park and at Albert Park in Melbourne for the final couple of races of the season. So join us next week for week 3, last round. Where Chris Refalo may well earn his 3rd star. See what happens. Wylie Smith from Chris Refalo, Nick Mello, your top 3 in Perth today. And then we'll see you next time for those races at the Bend in Albert Park.